Look at that. No wonder it was buckling. That was non-existent.
So Robbie thinks that he is going to empty the Laymo's pool. Joke's on him though. I'm gonna hide this. This is the water pump. Will the water take your outer pump? It's a transfer pump. I'm gonna hide it. Bye. Shh, don't tell him.
It's gonna happen. We're draining the pool today. The mullet is no longer, okay? We're gonna get dead serious on fixing the Laymo, and we're gonna show you some cool stuff that we're doing today, like cutting the entire roof panel off, and getting the donor car roof cut off, and maybe intertwining them. But in order to get that pool drained, my friends over at Milwaukee sent me an entire pallet full of stuff to do so. Actually, there's just a box in here. It's called the transfer pump. So we're gonna go get the transfer pump, we're gonna go outside, and we're gonna get the Laymo drained. So somewhere in this pallet, we have a Milwaukee transfer pump.
That don't look like a transfer pump. Neither does that. Neither does that.
Shut that off. It's gonna take me a second to find it. I know it was here right this morning.
Robbie, none of this looks like a transfer pump.
Box. It's a red box like this size.
There's a lot of red boxes that size.
I even set a battery on it.
Did you misplace it somewhere else?
No, I literally set it right there.
I think you're losing your mind. It's not here.
Maybe Steve took it.
Did you take it in the office and get to grab it?
Dave! Did you grab the transfer pump off this pallet? Yeah, it's a Milwaukee transfer pump. Somebody doesn't want the limo to get drained. Well, let's go splash the water out then.
I want to see you get in and splash all the water out.
We're gonna drain this one scoop at a time. Come on, Hillbilly. Start transferring the water out.
That's a lot.
There's a cup over there. Oh, look, Steve knows what's up. All right, this isn't working fast enough.
Why don't we just grab the skid steer and tip it on its side and
drain it?
yeah.
Get up to Black Hill and just,
Just
bog
splash it out?
Let it splash out.
You know, these are all great ideas, but there's a transfer pump somewhere.
You misplaced it. I know it.
There's hoses just waiting to be connected. What's that? You want to know how I found this? I looked on the security cameras. And I saw the little thief. Who might that have been?
Probably Steve.
What?
It wasn't me.
You're the one that big old grin on your face.
All right, so I've never actually used a transfer pump, but we're gonna get learnt today. So we've got two hoses. I know there's like an inlet and an outlet and all that fun stuff. We're getting learnt. You're getting learnt. See, he just learned what learnt means.
I've used a transfer pump, but it was one that you put on a drill, not this style. You can even see the blades.
Can you really?
Yeah, look at the front.
Oh, no way. Oh, so you know that the water's going. Nice. Woo! Nobody's stopping us from draining the Laymo today. Put it in. Let's see if this will shoot out. Ready? Whoa! Oh, yeah.
Turn it off.
That works. So we calculate this is probably like 20,000 gallons of water. So this will take us a little while, I'm sure. You ready?
Yeah.
480.
Oh, per hour. Okay, so 480 gallons an hour. We got 20,000 gallons. So that's gonna take us 10 hours. So we'll be back in 10 hours. We're just gonna water this grass.
It'd probably be faster and easier to just break down the wall.
Don't act smart. We have other stuff to do while it's ejecting the water out of the Laymo. She's trying to figure out a way to be destructive, and we're not being destructive. This is rainwater right here. Bye-bye, swimming pool. Say bye.
Adley's gonna be so sad.
All right, so we have a donor car out front that we're gonna pull back here and get inside the shop. We're gonna strip it apart, and we're gonna rip the roof, off. We're gonna get this all lifted, and Hillbilly's gonna drag it back into the shop. We're gonna start stripping it out and getting the roof off of it. All right, so we're down to the last couple gallons. So I am jacking the car sideways so that we can put the hose in and suck up the water. Got like 10 more gallons to pump out. It's been 7.5 hours. Well, who's counting?
It's been less than an hour.
We've got it all drained out, evaporated what's left. Look at that, dry as a bone. So our swimming pool liner worked. Our pool has left the chat. That's not bad, that's pretty dry, if you ask me.
Take your visors off to get this headliner out.
While they're working on the headliner, I'm just gonna start cutting out the windshield. Gotta get that cut out in order to cut the roof off. What we're gonna do is we're gonna section it down into here, into the B pillar, cut the entire A pillar out, and then cut back here so we get a good section of roof panel. Yeah, once Steve gets the headliner out, I'm gonna put him over on the Laymo, pulling the pool apart. I can get a hold of this. Windows out. I'll grab a putty knife and I'll go around and trim all the excess urethane off that we don't need.
Pulling the doors off so we can take the roof off.
So in order for us to get the A pillar cut, we're getting the doors off so that we have room to cut this pillar out so we can section it back into a limo. So Steve and Hillbilly are gonna do that real quick. As soon as we get that done, we're gonna grab the Sawzall and start cutting.
Is this gonna be rusty?
It's got a little bit of rust, but it's way less rust than the limo.
Got it? Yep. 3 doors down, 1 to go.
Isn't that a band? Got that trimmed up.
All done.
So we're gonna try out the new Record nitrous carbide blade from Milwaukee. It says metal, wood, all sorts of stuff. So we're gonna use this to cut this roof off. Hopefully it works good. Gonna cut it right here. Whoa! That works really good. All right, we're gonna finish cutting the other side, then we'll go through the back side of the roof. All right, final cut. Operation, is this a mullet? This would kind of be,
Operation Ruin the Mullet.
yeah, Operation Ruin this car.
Engage.
Okay. Feast your eyes on the Laymo's new front half.
I hope it don't sit that low.
Probably will. We'll get this loaded back up with all the crap we don't need. We'll put the roof over here, we'll get the Laymo in, and continue dissecting the panel that we need. All right, so Hillbilly and Steve getting the roof moved. We've got the pool ready to pull in. We're gonna start disassembling it. I know this appears like a cluster, but trust me, we have a plan. It's getting caged, it's getting all the rot changed out of the roof. We're gonna make it awesome.
Time out.
Oh, time
Before
out.
we put the roof on, new roof, why don't we get the front part caged
Well, we will.
and then build the roof on it?
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set that in, get it all fit, and then we're gonna put bars in so that we have our bars on the dash and on the roof, and because we're still gonna put full interior back in it. Got a lot to do, just a lot. Steve's gonna get up inside, but I think what I would do first is disassemble that back wall. I'm gonna grab my screw gun and I'm gonna take out all the stuff on the back side. Let's do this real quick too. We'll do this and that panel first.
Okay.
And then just start pulling screws. All right, so going through our Milwaukee pallet, I'm gonna bust out my new impact driver so that I can get those screws out. So I'm gonna unbox this. This one's a kit, so it comes with 2 different batteries. We need a vacuum, so I wanna show you guys something super cool. We have the brand new Milwaukee 12-gallon vacuum that we're gonna use. Got a die grinder, got us another light, some driver bits, belt sanders. We got hooked up.
Start by taking the seats out so I have more room up inside to move around. But this carpet is sopping wet. Gross.
All right, so got my new M12 hammer drill ready to rock and roll. And so far, this thing is working just like the M18. Pretty dang comparable. We've got this almost unpooled.
Passenger seat is unbolted, ready to come out. Now work on the driver's seat.
I don't know about you guys, but for some reason, this comes apart way quicker than it went together. All right, pull wall is coming out.
Good parts for the wood car.
That's true. It could.
I found all your mints. You want one?
No,
They'll be extra soft.
I'm a little scared about them.
Okay.
Eat it.
Are you gonna eat that crap?
Minty fresh. Try one. Don't be a chicken.
The only piece that's still good. Oh, how did we get this in?
Bet it had to come through right here.
You did.
Poor pool. It's gonna miss us. Okay, let's put this one somewhere we can save this board. And the last but not least, final piece.
Hey, that could be part of your new bed frame.
Yeah. And there. All right. If anybody wants a limo pool kit, there you have
Minus
it.
that.
Yeah, minus, well, maybe that. We'll give it to him too. We're gonna have to undo wires. Holy guacamole. Wires everywhere. Don't know what any of it's for. The main harness itself is pretty self-explanatory. Hillbilly's gonna finish getting that seat out. We got a headliner to pull, switch panel to move. This is where the old hinge plates were. They just got rubber plugs. So we'll be able to pull those. I don't think we're gonna go this far down. I think we're gonna go right in this area with the skin, and then above it. So we'll just put the outer skin here, and then the inner is not rusted, so we'll probably section it up higher. You guys will be amazed when we go to do this. I'll show you how we section stuff.
Last seat of the whole car. Maybe. It's rusted to the floor. But it's finally out. Holy cow. There's another picture.
You can't see what it is.
So part of the reconstruction, rebuild of the Laymo is getting rid of these ugly, ugly blue things. So we're gonna strip this off. I gotta get this fender. We actually have to pull the hood and both fenders to access this A-pillar where we're gonna section the roof out of this. But we're gonna rebuild these with actual sheet metal when the time comes. So I'm just gonna pull this off, get it out of the way. This little M12 impact driver is awesome. I've used an M18 before, but I've never used the M12. I kind of like it. Okay. That was off. Oh, little Wikey! Look at that. Riker's practicing safe four-wheeler riding skills. With his helmet.
Last screw that's holding the visor in is also holding the headliner on. If I move my head, it will fall.
Are you sure? Yep.
I'm very sure.
What we're probably gonna do, because we're gonna put a Baja Designs light bar on this, we're gonna have to hook up an S-Pod.
What's that for?
Where was it?
Just laying across the top, not hooked to anything.
Not hooked to anything?
On either side.
I have no idea, but let's make sure it's not important. Huh, duct tape, really? Come on, guys. So I just pulled the molding off of right here and literally took the A-pillar with me. Look at all this.
Up this straight, there ain't gonna be no A-pillar to cut.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to chisel it out. So we're just figuring out our section point, and I think it is gonna be right here. We've got a lot of rust out on this panel. Right there, I think we'll be okay. So Hillbilly's just getting those wires out of the way. They're just kind of, now we gotta get these sliders out, get that pillar piece off. Probably just gonna wanna belt grind these. Another issue found. We can stick our finger through that hole in the floor.
And if you listen,
It's a little crunchy and a little wet. Jeez. I really feel like we should have looked this car over a little better before we did all this work. But it's too late for that, so now we just fix it. Oh yeah, she rotten. She's really rotten. Gonna have to pull this whole header panel and everything to get those fenders off. So, one day, this engine's getting replaced too. But not today.
so I gotta take off this filler cover so we can get to the headlights, pull those out, because we need those removed in order to remove the fenders. And the headlights are held in with a stupid clip.
It's not stupid.
If you don't have the tool, they're very stupid.
Should we get this hood out of the way? That is pretty sweet. My 1/4-inch long barrel ratchet. Brand spanking new. All right, watch out. Hillbilly. Actually, don't watch out, just take it. Go put it outside. It's only aluminum, so it's not too heavy. Now, Hillbilly can get this header panel off, and we're gonna pull the fenders.
Separate.
Yes. Okay. Got the batteries all charged up. This new 12-gallon shock vac is freaking awesome. All right, so I've got this all unbolted. Gotta undo all the wiring. This fender's ready to come out. Okay. Then we gotta figure out the other side. Fender is off. All that work just so that we can section the A-pillar. You getting it?
Yeah.
Got it. I think, go look at our pillar and see if we have both of these bolts. If so, we're gonna cut right below them.
Yeah, they're both there.
Okay. So we're gonna cut the B pillars right here. We'll section the inner, and then we'll end up bringing the outer down into here. So for tonight, we're just gonna cut here all the way through on both sides. And that's it. Not only do we have a new grinder, we got a whole case of earplugs, and we've got us a case of safety galoshes. Checkity, check that out. Brand new pair. Okay, let's go get this thing cut. Oh, look at that. You guys see that? No wonder it was buckling. That was non-existent. A-pillar left the chat a long time ago. I need you to come push up.
That's straighter than your cut.
Heck yeah. Look at it. All that rust about to be gone. Get it?
Yeah.
No way. Holy cow. Oh, look at it just falling apart. Everybody move. I'm gonna throw it. Uh-oh. Oh, Doyle rules. Got it. What have we done?
We made a convertible.
Oh,
Just like Cannonball Run.
yeah. That's what I like to see. So I realize you think this is a disaster. So do I. But we actually have a plan. So what we're doing first is we're gonna redo the roof section that's all rotted out. So in order to do that, we had to remove the old stuff. We're gonna get the new donor Lincoln roof, A-pillars and B-pillars welded in, get it all fitting, make sure a windshield fits this. Then we're gonna cage it. or we're gonna put in the cage bars first. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the plan because we're putting a cage through this entire thing to make sure that it's rigid and strong. Yeah. You wanna tell a joke? Adley wants to tell Hillbilly a joke. Anyway, we've got a lot of work ahead of us, but we're getting serious on this thing and we're gonna get it rebuilt because we gotta have it done next year for Rory's wedding. Actually, don't tell him, but we have to have it done by March. So anyway, got a lot of stuff to do, but this thing is gonna be cool once it's all put back together. Once it's got a cage, we're getting all new interior. Might even be getting a new engine.
Daddy,
What?
I have a joke for you guys.
Let's hear it.
is
Hear it.
Nothing.
Who's there?
Boo.
Boo-hoo.
Don't cry. That's a joke.
Funny.
Why did the scarecrow get an award?
Why did the Scarecrow get an award?
Why?
Because he was outstanding in his field.
He was outstanding in his field. That's a knee slapper.
No, I got one for Cody.
Oh, you going
All
for
right.
Cody?
One more?
What is it?
What do you call two dogs and a
I don't know. What do you call it?
quackers or milk?
Quackers and milk, huh?
I call them quackers. That's all, folks. And always appreciate this video and go check out the next one.
Hey, you almost look like that monkey off of Cannonball now.